Welcome everybody to Funeral Nation episode 211. That is Jeff, the Funeral Commander Harbison. I am Ryan Thogmartin, and this is the funeral profession's only news web show, the only weekly web show. This is it. Stop here, just watch. And none of this would be possible without, from the get-go, the OG sponsor of this show, C&J Financial. Jeff, that's your people. That's our people. It's everybody's people. C&J Financial. Let's roll that promo.
We may be the largest insurance assignment company in the funeral profession, but that doesn't mean we've lost touch with our roots. Here in Rainbow City, Alabama, our priorities still come down to a welcoming smile and a handshake that says we keep our promises. With all the tools and technologies that assure blazing fast turnaround, what really matters is much more old school. Personal responsibility, integrity, relationships, and the pride that comes from hearing yet another client say, "You came through for us when it mattered." C&J eliminates the challenges that funeral homes have in processing insurance death claims. If cash flow is vital to your business, welcome home.
You know, Ryan, it's a blessing to work with C&J. We had our virtual Christmas party last Friday. And, you know, we have our leadership of our organization, obviously with Jamie and KK and the other folks in there, Jennifer, that just do a spectacular job serving families and serving funeral homes. But we also had a door opened and our senior leadership was there with the Quist. And I have to tell you, I've never worked for a company that is as engaging and caring about the people that support and work in this business. I have to give my hats off. If I do that, though, you're going to see some really bad hair. But anyway, thank you guys. C&J, we mean what we say, and we walk the walk and talk the talk at the same time. So if you're waiting on insurance assignments, you're wrong. Just going to say
There you go. That's simple. Virtual holiday parties. Oh, good God. We're having a virtual Christmas week at our office, which is none of it's the same.
It's not. And, Thanksgiving, we kind of went through it. Now we're getting here to the Christmas and Hanukkah. Well, we're right in the middle of Hanukkah. And it's starting to wear on people now. Yeah. This is starting to, okay, this is enough. But, once again, business doesn't stop. We've got families that are grieving. We've got funeral directors working their tails off out here. And, it is what it is right now. So
That's
we just
right.
keep through. Well, Ryan, you had an interesting article recently about 6 ways to connect with your community. And I think that was valid to talk about today. Can you share some of that?
Yeah, we highlighted 6 different ways that we saw funeral homes this year throughout the pandemic connect with their communities in ways different. And some of the ways were, just innovation around the holiday remembrance services. One of the funeral homes and cemeteries that we highlighted, every year they do a holiday tree remembrance service where they set up a bunch of Christmas trees inside of their facility in their funeral home, and they have about 450 people that cycle through, hang ornaments on those trees in memory of loved ones. This year they couldn't do that, so they went to their cemetery, they decked it out in Christmas lights all over, created a drive-through a tree remembrance service where families could drive up to a tree, they could get out, they could hang their ornament, they could get their picture taken. They had Christmas carolers there, but it really was super impactful. They had over 1,200 people drive through,
That's
leave
awesome.
a memorial ornament on the trees. And, those are the things that, make me, and I know you, Jeff, that we've talked about all year, feel great about the profession that we are in and the people that we get to serve. The way that funeral homes this year have kind of rolled with it, I guess. We've highlighted and talked about the adoption rate of technology this year, but just simple things of like the Holiday Remember service that is a yearly kind of just reoccurring event that, every year is pretty much the same as last year, and we're going to do it this way. This year, all that got flipped upside down. So other things that we highlighted were funeral homes that delivered turkeys and things and full Thanksgiving meals to families that couldn't get out or had at risk, higher risk elderly people in the home, coat drives. Like we've just seen a lot of things happen this year where the profession has just stepped up. And, I think we need to highlight too that the profession is kind of been overlooked. So God bless the nurses and the frontline workers, but funeral directors have really gotten kind of left out of that conversation. And they need recognized, and it's great to see positive stories coming out of probably the worst 10 months that we've had in years in this country. So it was just a feel good story. And there's thousands of other funeral homes that probably did things that are massively impactful this year to their family, to their communities, that we didn't get a chance to highlight. So kudos to the profession at large.
I hear you. And you're exactly right. When things change, you adapt to it and you move on. Something that I want to do after we get through these holidays is we're seeing more and more dogs and animals at the funeral home. That's becoming a really big deal, and adapting and changing, letting people know. So I've got some folks that we're going to highlight a little later. But you look at this pandemic, and with your own family traditions and things that used to exist, they don't anymore. And we had a conversation here this week about a family tradition. We can't have family from all over the country in. There's just 4 of us. And in fact, we really shouldn't even have neighbors stop by. But we decided on Christmas Eve day that we're going to turn this place into a Keebler elf place, and cook and make cookies and all sorts of goodies. We're going to fill up bags, and we're going to take those bags to the homeless Christmas morning, that we can find out here, unfortunately. And, that's something different. It's something we, as a family, new family together, that we want to do. And so, innovation doesn't stop just because your tradition is gone.
That's right.
Just change your mindset, change your heart, change your vision, and look beyond where you are. And I think that these sort of things will come true.
Oh, 100%. And the innovation and generosity, gosh, like just like you and your family doing what you're doing on Christmas morning is not something that traditionally would have happened. And so the way that we're giving this year and the generosity that we see at scale, it's been, I don't know, it's been a really good thing for the heart. How about that?
I agree with
sums
you.
it up.
I agree. And you just step out. I mean, our house is all decked out and it's warm and we're blessed, and there's some folks that aren't. So what can we do to have a little joy in somebody else's life on a day? Speaking of which, next week is Christmas. So we're going to have to maybe gather the troops around and have some sort of little, hey, Merry Christmas from the teams here. Out from one state to the other, and our effing families. So let's keep that in mind before next week, so we can say hello to everybody.
I love it. I love it. Yes. Next week is Christmas, and next week, then 2 weeks after that, kind of caps off the end of 2020. And what a year it has been. And then we'll go back through and we'll obviously highlight some of our most popular conversations and put something together. But I gotta say, Commander, it has been, with your schedule and my schedule, it's hard to find an hour each week to squeeze this show in. But it is one of the most joyful things that I get to do, and I'm sure for you as well. Just we get to break a lot of news, we get to highlight a lot of great, wonderful things, and we get to profile people in this profession that are going infinitely above and beyond to serve and do the right thing. And it's a real It's a real honor and pleasure to be able to do that with you.
Yeah, thank you, Ryan, and your family, and just the people we work with up there. If I'm going to say it again, if you don't use Disrupt Media, you're wrong too. Just use it. We do at C&J Financial. We love these guys. They're fabulous. But the point being is, it's just been a wonderful synergy from way back. You and I've talked. I think it was 2012 or something like that, or whenever it was in Charlotte. You were just a fresh-faced young kid, and I didn't have as much gray as I do now. But anyway, I put that in to look mature. It is the season. But the point is, we're blessed, and it's been a blessing to sit in these chairs wherever they may be. We've done this literally from everywhere, and we're just not going to stop. So happy Hanukkah to our friends, and Merry Christmas to our friends, and whatever you celebrate or don't, just be happy, right?
Be happy.
And,
That's right.
2020 is coming to an end, and we talk about it like, okay, well, when New Year's strikes in 21, all this is over with. You know what? This could have been a good year compared to what we see in the future. So quit fretting, enjoy, love, because things can change in an instant. Trust me.
That's it. You got it. All right. Well, that wraps up episode 211. We'll see you on 212. Until next time, have a great effing week.
Out here.
Get you out the sleeping. Roll up, it's not left